Good morning, everybody. Here's our lesson 2.3, Order Numbers. This is our lesson for Monday, September 21st. Okay, so we are ordering numbers. We're ordering 3-digit numbers from least to greatest and from greatest to least. So let's see what they want us to do. It says, how do you order 3-digit numbers? Write the numbers, draw a quick picture for each, and then complete the sentence. Let's read the question. It says there are 364 red gumballs and 346 blue gumballs in a gumball machine. Children should write the numbers and draw quick pictures, then use the numbers to complete the sentence. So there are 364 red gumballs. I'm going to write that down. Grab a pencil. There are 364 red, 364 red gumballs, and 346 blue gumballs. 346 blue gumballs in a gumball machine. Children should write the numbers and draw a quick picture, then use the numbers to complete the sentence. Alright, so what do they mean by a quick picture? They mean draw your hundreds, ones, and tens. So first you need to separate these ones, tens, hundreds, and then draw the little division line that separates each digit. Okay, ones, tens, hundreds, and then draw the division line. Very good. Alright, here we're going to draw how many hundreds? We're going to draw 3 hundreds. We're going to draw 6 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to draw 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we're going to draw 3 hundreds. We are going to draw 4 tens. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to draw 6 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So there are 364. Sorry, I should have wrote that in there, right? But it doesn't matter. Alright, there are 364 red gumballs. There are 346 blue gumballs. The question is, blank is less than blank. So, what number, excuse me, what number is smaller or less than? 364, 346. Well, let's look in each place value to find that out. In the hundreds place, there's 3, so that's the same. My next step is to look in the tens place. Which number in the tens place is smaller, 6 or 4? 4 is smaller than 6. Very good. So 346 is less than or smaller than 364. What they did is they flipped the ones and tens digits. And it's easier to look at when you draw the ones, tens, hundreds table. If you don't draw the ones and tens, hundreds table, it's going to be hard to figure out, right? Okay, good job. You can compare digits to order numbers from least to greatest. Start by looking at the hundreds place. So this is what I've been showing you. You need to draw the ones, tens, hundreds table so you can easily see each digit, and you can easily and not get confused, because they will confuse you. They'll have the hundreds the same and they'll flip the ones and tens, or they'll have the ones the same and then they'll flip the hundreds and tens. So you need to make sure you have this graph, okay? You write it on every problem. So we're comparing 3 numbers here. So the first thing we need to do is we need to start looking in the hundreds place. This is the, oops, I didn't mean to highlight all that. This is the hundreds place. Okay, so looking at the hundreds place, which one is the small, and then we're going from least to greatest. That means smallest to largest. So we want to keep our eye out at the smallest number. Okay, it's important to read that because sometimes they'll flip it. All right, so in the hundreds place, they're all the same, right? What do I do next? I look in the tens place. Very good. So let's look at the tens place. In the tens place, 4 is smaller than 9. But Miss Youssef, there's 2 4s. I see that. So we know that this one is definitely not the smallest number. That's definitely the biggest number. So I can cross that out. That's going to be the biggest number. And if you want to go ahead and write it here, you can. So we can get rid of it because I crossed it out. Now, we're looking for the smallest number. This 4 and 4 is the same, right? And this 3 and 3 is the same. So far, these two numbers are equal. The only thing that's going to be the tiebreaker is the ones. So now, let's go to the ones place. In the ones place, which is smaller, 2 or 9? 2 is smaller. So the smallest number is 342. And then the next smallest number is 349. And then the largest or the greatest number is 395. And which way is the alligator going? The alligator is always hungry and he wants to eat the biggest number. So his mouth is towards the biggest number. That's the less than sign. 342 is less than 349. 349 is less than 395. That's how you would read that problem. All right, so let's move on. Oh, look, Miss Youssef, they have these, but they did not plug them in a ones, tens, hundreds chart. So guess what you're going to do? A place value chart. You're going to plug them in into a place value chart. So you're going to write ones, tens, hundreds. Or if you want this bigger, rewrite it on a notebook piece of paper. Because on a notebook piece of paper, you have a lot of room. And you just write ones, tens, hundreds, huge on there and plug these numbers in. For me, this is all I have now, so this is what I'm going to use. But if I was in the classroom, we would use another piece of paper. But for now, let's go ahead and look at this. Hundreds. Look at the hundreds. Are they all the same? They're all the same. And remember, look, you're putting in order from least to greatest. Least to greatest. So we're going to use our less than signs on these. You can go ahead and plug in those less than signs right now if you want, just so you don't get confused. Is this one least to greatest? Yes, it is. You're going to put the less than sign. Is this one, is the number 3 least to greatest? Yes, it is. You're going to put in that less than sign. Okay. Now, we compare the numbers. We start by looking in the hundreds place, and we're looking for the smallest number first, okay? Ones and the hundreds places are all the same. In the tens place, we have 3, 4, I'll make sure that's a 4. Yep. We have 3, 4, and 2. Which one is the smallest number? 3, 4, or 2? 2 is the smallest number. So the first number to go in this order would be 125. Very good. The next number, what's the next smallest number? 3 or 4? 3 is the next smallest number. So the next number you would put would be 133. All right, what's the next smallest number? 142. So that would be the greater number, or the greatest number. Now looking back just to make sure that looks right, 125 is less than 133. That's right. 133 is less than 142. That's right. So then your answer is correct. All right, so let's do the next few the same way. I'm just changing up the colors to make it fun. All right, ones, tens, hundreds. And then we're going to split these up. I'm trying to be as careful as I can not to write on the number. There we go. It's a pretty good line. All right, do we start looking in the ones place first? No, we look in the greatest place value digit, which is the hundreds. The greatest means the biggest place value. The biggest place value is 100. So we look at the hundreds place. Are all these numbers I'm sorry, so we're looking for the least. So which one of these numbers is the smallest or the least? 1 is the smallest or the least. Very good. So the first number in the sequence would be 148. All right. What's the next smallest number in the sequence? Oh, we have 3, 1, and 2. Remember, we're still looking in the hundreds place. 3, 1, and 2. So we already used the 1. What's next, 3 or 2? We're putting in order from least to greatest. What's the next smallest, 2 or 3? 2. Very good. So 230. And then what is the greatest number? The greatest number is 320. Plug that in there. So now just to go back and make sure it's correct, 148 is less than 230. 230 is less than 320. All right, let's look at number 3. We have ones, tens, hundreds. I'm going to look in my hundreds place value first. We're looking for the least number first, okay? So what's the smallest or least number? 5, 9, or 7? 5 is the smallest number. So 599 would go first. All right, what's the next smallest number? 9 or 7? 7 is the next smallest number. So 755 would go next. And what is the biggest number in the sequence? 901. So 901 would go last. This is pretty easy, right? I thought so. All right, I'm not going to do all of them because they're too easy. I am going to remind you that it does say least to greatest. So we are putting what sign? The less than sign. Least to greatest. Less than sign. Least to greatest, less than sign. And then here you're going to have to do ones, tens, hundreds on all of them. Ones, tens, hundreds. Ones, tens, hundreds. And then division line between each. Trying my best here. Ooh, number 4 is going to be a little tricky if you don't be careful. Let's do number 4 together. 200, and okay, so we're looking in the hundreds place value first, right? And the hundreds place value, they're all 2s, right? So if they're all 2s, then they're all the same. So we have to go and look in the tens place. Now in the tens place, we're looking for the least number. In the tens place, what is the smallest or least number? 0 is the smallest or least number. So 202 would be the first number in the sequence. And then looking, what's the next smallest number, 1 or 2? 1 is smaller than 2, so 212 would be the next. And then the largest number in the sequence would be 222. There, that's how that would look. Okay. I expect you to do the rest on your own. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. Let's watch Professor Berger and see if he could help us out with the next few. So it's section 2.3. All right. Just a second. I had it pulled up. I thought I did. Okay, let me open it real fast. And remember, you can open this too on your GoMath page that I gave you, the username and password, the login. Yours would look the same. It just says math on the spot. Anyway, let's watch.
Hi, Jeannie. What do you have there?
Oh, hi. It's my report card.
Oh, that's great.
No, not great. You haven't filled it when I got the basket.
Jeannie, that's because we still have another puzzle to do.
Oh, well, what
order from greatest to least. Let's use what we know about place value to solve this puzzle.
Yeah.
660 has 6 hundreds, 6 tens, and 0 ones.
Okay.
664 has 6 hundreds, 6 tens, and 4 ones.
Oh, I see.
And 582 has 5 hundreds, 8 tens, and 2 ones. Now let's compare numbers in the hundreds place to see which number is the least.
Great.
Here we have 6 hundreds, and here we have another 6 hundreds,
Yeah.
and here we have 5 hundreds.
See?
Yeah, now 5 is less than 6, so 582 must be the least number.
Yes.
Let's place 582 there in the
Okay.
spot. Okay, now let's move to the tens place since we already know these are the same. And remember, we've already used the last number, so we're only going to look at these 2 rows.
Right.
Okay, look at this, Jeannie.
Oh, the tens are the same
Yeah.
too.
6 tens equals 6 tens, so that's not going to help us. Let's move on to the ones place.
Oh, that helps.
That does help. 0 ones is less than 4 ones.
Right.
Yeah, so we know that 660 is less than 664.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So 664 is the greatest number.
Yay, hooray for the greatest number.
So we just listed the numbers in order from greatest to least. 664 is greater than 660, and 660 is greater than 500.
And there you have it. Mrs. Sandoval,
Yeah?
will you fill out my report card now?
Oh,
please?
sure, Jeannie. Here you go. Well, you earned it, Jeannie. You worked so hard.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Sandoval. Oh, and this is your report card.
Oh! An F?
Yes, congratulations. You got an F for fantastic, friendly, funny, just
Okay, thank you,
fabulous.
Jeannie. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. See you next time with some more fun with math.
That's funny. All right. Moving on, let's go ahead and look at number 7. Sorry, I tried to move my face far away so you can really see everything. All right, number 7. Mr. Damon. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me, yeah, it's fine. All right. Mr. Damon has 3 boxes of paper. He had with 153 sheets, 214 sheets, and 180 sheets of paper. Write the numbers in order from, oh, they changed it up, from greatest to least, not from least to greatest, from the biggest to the smallest. Remember to write comparison symbols. So this, if this was the less than sign, then this is the greater than sign. So we know that we are doing it from greatest to least. I'm going to write my greater than sign in these little bubbles so I don't forget what I'm doing, okay? And then you have to draw out, I'm going to move my face here. And then you have to draw your ones, tens, hundreds table. And just like that. And then you're going to plug your numbers in. My first number is 153, so I'm going to write 153. My next number is 214, so I'm going to write 214. And my third number is 180, so I'm going to write 180. All right, now do I look in my ones place first? No, I look in my hundreds place first. Now in my hundreds place, which is the greatest number? 1 or 2? 2 is the greatest number. Very good. 2 is the biggest number here. So the 214 would be the first number I will write because that is the greatest number. 214. Now I can cross out 214 because I've already used it. Now looking at the other numbers, we have 1 and a 1 in the hundreds place. Are they the same or is there one greater or less than the other? They are the same. So my next step is to look in the tens place. So looking in the tens place, which number is greater? Remember, looking for the greater number this time, the bigger number. What's bigger, 5 or 8? 8 is bigger than 5. Very good. So the next biggest number would be 180. And then the smallest number would be the last number we haven't used, which is 153. Please make sure you draw the work, okay? Don't just fill in stuff. All right, let's go on. Nisha wrote these numbers in order from what? What is she doing now? They're flipping it again. From least to greatest. She spilled some water on her paper. Write the missing number. So we're going to figure out what number goes here. She's writing them from least to greatest. So the number has to be bigger. The number has to be bigger than 335, but the number has to be smaller, or hold on. Yeah, but the number has to be smaller than 350. So what number is bigger than 335, but smaller? What number is smaller than 350? It has to be, so cross out the 100. How about that? Cross out that 3 in the hundreds place and look at 35 and 50. You want a number bigger than 35, but smaller than 50. There's many options. It could be 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. It could be any of those numbers. Just because I'm going to use 47. And now I have to put the 3 back. 347. Now, 335. And then is less than 347. Is that right? Is 335 smaller than 347? Yes. 335 is less than 347. 347 is less than 350. Is 347 smaller than 350? Yes, it is. Therefore, this could be correct. Do not use the same number as me. Do not use 347. Use another one. There's many options. You can do 336. You can do 337. You can do 338, 339, 340. You can do 341, 342, 343, 344, 345. You can do 346, 347, 348. Or no, not 347 because it's my number. 348, 349. Those are all your options, okay? Don't use my 347. You have many other ones. Okay. You are going to work on number 9, 10, 11, and 12. It is very important that you show me your ones, tens, hundreds, place value, okay? Chart. Make sure you do that and you plug in all the numbers. Make sure you are circling the numbers and underlining the question as you read. That's very important. It's a test-taking strategy. Let's look at number 11 together because I feel like some people might struggle on that a little bit. It says, John writes the following number on a piece of paper. Which of these numbers is the least? So we're looking for which one is the smallest number that he drew. So they wrote this in different forms. What we have to do is write it all in numeral form. So this one, 400. So how many hundreds? There's 400. And then 26. So that's 26. That's numeral form. That's how the normal number would look. And then this one is in expanded form. We're going to write it in numeral form. 200 plus 30 is 230 plus 9 is 239. This one's already written in numeral form, 371. Now, which number is the least or smallest? Let's look in the hundreds place. This is 4, this is 2, this is 3. which hundreds number is the smallest, 4, 2, or 3? Then that would be your option. 200. 200 is the smallest, so 239 would be your answer here. All right. And these are all less than signs, so you're seeing which one is the smallest, and then the next, and then a little bigger, and then the biggest. All right. And then I expect you to do the yellow page by yourself. Number 4 is easy. Don't get scared because it says multi-step. It's not hard. It's very easy. The only difference is you're putting in order from greatest to least, not from least to greatest. So you're using your greater than signs. Okay? And the back is pretty easy. Nothing new. Okay? So you're going to go ahead and do the yellow page 73 and 74 and turn that in to me. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm online. Okay? Have fun learning math. Bye, guys.